Hey guys, it's GirlGotGame, and welcome back to the letter for our final solo death run, Ashes. So, let's start a new game. Oh, that one is very cool looking. It's probably my favorite of the new game screens. So yeah, after this, things are going to change, but we'll see if we move the dial on the branching trees at all. But you know the drill by now, guys. I will see you in a little while. Alright, well, we have arrived at the moment for Ashton Frey. So, I'm expecting a little bit to change here because everybody else is alive, so they're probably all gonna scream, Ashton! And I'm wondering who the ghost is going to go for. I'm suspecting Isabella, but we shall see. Alright.
Sorry about this. I really don't have time for you.
Bang bang. Okay, it was Isabella. And only Isabella called out to him. Interesting. Only their love. Alright, yep, rapidly heading towards Isabella. And he saved his girl. At the top of the staircase, Hannah Wright stands. To make matters worse, that thing's behind her, menacing. A rotting hand wrapped firmly around her neck. She looks like death. Pale and shaky, eyes red with tears, we nearly don't hear her as she pleads.
Help me. Please.
I told you, didn't I? Everything you're doing is useless, Ashton Frey. And now, you're dying. Meddlesome fool.
Yeah, she got me. Outside, another streak of lightning flashes and a clap of thunder ripples across the sky. Here, there's only a whispered sigh, a fading breath, and a lone heart that beats hard one last time. She got one thing wrong, though. I did not die alone. Alright. And now we get a memory fragment. Poor Ashton Frey. At least he got a smooch from the girl before it all went wrong. Okay, so if you guys want to hang out with me for just a second, we should be catching up to that scene pretty soon. This is going to be like a short, super duper short video probably. I'm not expecting much to change, really. Aside from, we're in the office, and, you know, everyone has to have their 2 cents. I'll ask
Are
if
you
you're
alright? Should we be concerned? Maybe we should bring you to the hospital now.
Maybe we should. I decided to break things off between Luke and Hannah. See if I could get Zach and Hannah together, because Zach did just lose his best friend. So, like, well, maybe he could at least have Hannah. I'm going to throw them away. Because I do want the affection negative with you guys, so that Hannah doesn't get back together with Luke. That's the plan. Okay. Should be the last of my Hannah choices. Hopefully. Oh, Kylie, I always forget that you come to visit. Poor Kylie. Okay, so that's the only scene that Luke sees, because that's the only memory fragment we unlocked. Okay, Hannah's missing. Everyone's gonna be in the foyer. Gonna get shot in the hand. And then we'll see if it'll skip through. It should stop when Ashton gets impaled. Let's see. Oh, maybe not.
I told you, didn't I?
Okay. It stops on the stairs. I guess that makes sense. Alright. Just clear all of these things. So many. There we go.
Everything you're doing is useless, Ashton Frey. And now, you're dying. Meddlesome fool.
I've always been cautious and careful, cutting off trouble's head before things can escalate if I'm able. That's why I deal with the likes of Harvey, Suarez, and Johans. For all who we are, for all the enemies the likes of us can make, such a thing has never happened before. Because I do everything to make sure it doesn't happen. So to see Hana in danger, I don't quite know how to feel or what to do. Of all the times for there to be a hostage situation, if this is even one, why now? Good fucking God, what is going on here?
Help me. Please. Please make it stop.
I think death would be preferable if my sense of self-preservation was shot to high hell. It would deprive me of choice and of responsibility in the matter. And I don't want to think about how fast my heart beats so that I hardly hear anything other than my own heartbeat and her pleading.
Please. They're in my head. Screaming. It hurts so much.
I might be able to skip? Yes, I can. Ah, Zachary saved his girl. Good, good. It's a slow thing. A whisper more than a bang as the darkness creeps into every corner of the room. There's such an obvious spot where Ashton Frey should be. The walls shudder and groan. Blood runs from the ceiling, crawls down the walls, and stains the floor. It feels as if life itself is being sucked from the house slowly but surely. The beauty of the place is gone, with only the dead, decaying remains of a mansion left in its wake. I don't have to wonder if it is just the foyer that's become this nightmarish place. I can already hear it. Gone are the growling of thunder and the lashings of rain and wind against the foyer's high windows. All of it has been replaced by a more grating sound. A cacophony of voices from nowhere and everywhere echoing throughout the now horrid walls. Voice that neither belongs to us nor the people who live here.
What's going on?
All throughout the house, shouts of alarm and surprise ring out, a mirror to the horror creeping up in each of us. Who wouldn't be shocked? This is insane. Even Daisy, feisty woman that she is, trembles at the sight of it, clinging desperately to Lily while Steele stands protectively in front of the two. I suppose it only makes sense for the man to take on that role when their friend is gone. Oof. Something to hold on to when here seems to be no end in sight to this insanity. If anything, this only feels like it's the beginning of the end.
Help me! Oh my God! Please, somebody! Anybody! Who are you? Stay away! No. Stay away! Stay away! I'm sorry.
Their screams fill the mansion. She laughs all the while, a harsh, agonizing sound that goes on for what feels like forever. Until there is nothing but silence, her horrid smile and pale hands reaching out to me. I'll be shocked if it lets me skip. Nope. Calling, beckoning, pleading. I'm terrified. I really am, like I should be. But I've never been one to truly stay afraid. I've long learned that fear will not get me anywhere. Cowering in a corner doesn't keep me safe, and it will not keep me alive. Not like rage does. I've learned to use this burning hate inside of me to survive. There is no difference now.
Stay away from me!
Why? Why do you wish to leave? This is where you belong, my lord. Remember the blood we share? This is your home. Don't you remember? You promised to return, to stay, together with me, with us, with people no different from you.
What is she talking about, Luke? What does she mean?
Don't listen to her, she lies. I promised no such thing to anyone. Hana, you're the one who bought this house. How should I know what she's babbling about? I never even wanted to be here in the first place.
A terrible case of mistaken identity. That must be it. I'm quite sure of it. I don't know this woman, this monster. Why would I say that to someone like her? In my entire lifetime, I've only made and kept sincere promises to a mere two people, Hannah Evans and Eleanor Chandler. No one else. The rest of those who claim I promise anything to them can go fuck themselves. Bloody hell, I may enjoy the company of women, but I am not an idiot to start spouting such nonsense to anyone. A line must be drawn, especially if I am to keep myself alive. Yet she still goes on, insists, making me appear a liar in front of these people.
Of course you still deny it. Have you truly forgotten? You haven't changed, I see. Still a deceiver.
She's lying!
You see, my love, nothing has changed.
Still no difference, you and I. Just like the rest of us. Just like every single soul in this putrid wreck. We've waited for so long. You can hear them, yes? Their pleas, their calls, their invitation. Come, my lord. The house seeks its master.
She, the monster, reaches out again, her hands a gory, abhorrent sight, along with that smile spread across her face. My body's already moving on instinct. Stumbling back, one step at a time in a desperate bid to be away from her. Anything to put distance between me and this vile creature. No matter what she says, I am nothing like her. I need to get out of this house. Out of this country, preferably. There's nothing for me here. Not anymore. Nothing to keep tied to this place. With Hana planning to leave me, Shroken likely taken by this woman, nothing's left to bind me to this wretched city. I can leave. I can...
Careful, Luke!
My foot steps on something, sending me sliding on my back and flat on the floor. Beside me, a paper, familiar one, flutters down. It's this thing again from the open house, though it feels less like a gimmick and more like a threat what with recent events. It must have fallen from the detective in the commotion earlier. And with its owner having met a gruesome death, now it simply bears its equally grisly message for everyone in the room to see. Help me. Help me. Help me. Is this it? What they've been telling us? Why everything in my life has gone to shite? Because of some stupid old letter? An invitation indeed. One I am not willing to accept. Not any time. From the top of the stairs the creature moves again, drawing my attention back to her. Her gait remains slow and awkward as she walks forward, that smile never leaving her. But I won't give her the chance. I am not dying here. I certainly am not giving myself to a hideous creature like her either. Adrenaline kicks in, and despite panicked gasps and worried glances from Daisy's friends, I pay them no mind as I reach for the main door and... without warning, it slams open, revealing not the mansion grounds like I am expecting. Before my mind can even comprehend what's happening, black tendrils have already coiled tightly around my limbs, dragging every person in the foyer into the room. None of us even get to scream when darkness completely envelops us upon the doors closing.
Understand where your place is now, my love. You belong here. Is it so difficult to grasp? We've been waiting.
There's a moment of panic when the feeling of the tendrils around my limbs finally dissipates, and I learn I still cannot skip. As soon as my eyes adjust to the darkness of the room and I'm on my feet, I'm reaching for my knife and holding it out, watching, waiting for every movement, like Zachary punching you in the face. Using it as a way to put distance between me and these peasants. Who knows what they'll do now? We're all desperate to get out of this house. There's only 6 of us in this room, 3 of them friends at that. I cannot trust these people not to turn on me. Bloody hell, even Hana's giving me the same looks as them now. Though Mint has already gone loon, crouched in a corner and muttering to herself, you can't really say anyone's safe from her. If anything, she's the one I should watch out for. I cannot trust anyone. Not anymore. Not after this. Despite the pleading looks Lily shoots my way while they all huddle in the corner behind Steele. But I have to remind myself that even people like her are capable of doing the unpleasant. She's only human after all. It's never an excuse. Why, even Hana has her cunning, manipulative moments, though she does it much subtler than I. Why else would Lily show this letter to us that day if not to save herself? I guess that backfired on her now that she and her own friends are also stuck here. Still, I have every right to be livid. Everything. Everything that I've built has fallen apart. All because these people came into our lives.
You! All of you! This is all your fault! If I'm dying to this bloody case, I'm taking you all down with me!
Luke, please put that knife away. This isn't going to solve anything.
Hey now, Mr. Wright. I know the situation ain't good, but we have to calm down. We're all in the same boat here.
You shut your mouth! If it weren't for you, or this letter, for all of you, none of this would have happened!
Is your life all that matters to you? What about these people here? Don't they have the same problem? What about me, Luke? Do you even care?
Are you taking their side? You're also stuck in this nightmare, Hana! That creature is out to get us, and you're still defending these people!
I'm not defending anyone, Luke. I'm just trying to be reasonable when you're clearly not.
Oh, of course you're not. You're just the one who bought this bloody mansion to begin with. If I didn't know any better, you did this on purpose.
Why, no. Why would I ever do that? This was only meant to be an anniversary gift. For you. For us. For the family we're going to have.
Right, anniversary gift. Oh, here's your gift, darling. Oh, by the way, there's a curse included in that package. I hope that's all right. Are you really that eager to get rid of me, Hannah? Because if that's what you've been meaning to do all this time, you might as well just put a knife in my back while I'm...
Suddenly, Steele steps up and slaps the knife away from my hand. Said knife slides uselessly under the table out of my reach. Before my mind registers what's happening, a sharp blow explodes in the side of my head, sending me reeling backwards. Nice. He merely stands before me afterwards, without even batting an eye, glaring at me as if he might just rip my head off in this instant. Huh. He isn't such a weakling, I suppose. Still doesn't explain why he has to punch me. Did he forget whose house he's standing in right now, punching me like that? Peasant. The nerve of him. And Hannah just stands there. Last I checked, she's still married to me.
That ain't no way to talk to a lady, sir.
Sir.
Zachary, you didn't have to. Please, I'll talk to my husband.
Oh, why don't you let him say what he wants? Oh, do go on. Since that's what these peasants seem to do these days. Barge into your home, barge in on other people's business. No sense of decorum at all.
Keep talking about us like that, and see if any of us here will keep you out of this place.
Rebecca, stop! All of you stop this!
To hear Lily speak out loud, I can't say I'm not surprised. She has always given me the impression of someone so meek from the moment I've met her, either from her inexperience or her station in life. She has never struck me as someone fitting to be a real estate agent. Until now. Quietly, she puts herself between me and Daisy, cutting whatever scathing words we've yet to hurl at the other. The way she glares at me reminds me a little of the way my own mum would look at me, particularly when I've done something wrong. And it's not a stare she's unused to showing. She has done this before, probably to a younger sibling. Huh. If she only sees us now as a pair of squabbling kids and not two mature adults, well, that's only to be expected. No doubt that's how she sees us. For a long moment, there's only silence in the room. Steele, the big oaf, doesn't even dare break it, merely watching the three of us behind two women who he towers over significantly. Too soft. Not that it matters when Lily starts speaking again, after some of the anger and tension is lifted from the room. It's quite audacious of Luke to call Zach too soft after he just got punched in the mouth by him.
Stop this, please! With or without that damn piece of paper,
A deep breath. An exhale. And then she closes her eyes, a crease forming between her eyebrows while she grips her hand tightly in front of her.
we still would have ended up in this mess.
The atmosphere that descends into the room right after that admission is anything but pleasant. Can I call it that? An admission? It seems like it from the way her eyes nervously flick between her friends and I. She appears to know more than she lets on, and how she makes herself appear smaller after dropping that bomb on us doesn't sit quite well with me. And patience is something I don't have the luxury of having right now and bestowing upon other people. What else does this girl know? What else is she not telling us? Because from the looks of this, even her friends has no idea what she's talking about. Unwilling to wait, I grab her arm before she retreats without explanation, waving the letter still in my hand in front of her.
Ow! Sir, you're hurting me!
Luke, will you stop taking it out on every single person?
Your friend is hiding something, Daisy.
She struggles for a moment, but my hold eventually forces her to look up at me. Fear and uncertainty spreads across her features, especially when her eyes land on the damned paper. As much as I want to be considerate right now, I want answers.
What do you mean, Lily?
I'm not sure about it.
Don't give me that, you know something!
Ow! Please, sir! I know the paper's useless, okay?
At the mention of the letter, all of a sudden, Mint stands. I've almost forgotten she's here, her ramblings having faded away in the shouting. Without warning, she snatches the paper out of my hand. It's a miracle it didn't rip right there and there, but the way she glares at it, I think she may want to do exactly that. Hello?
No!
Oh.
Even if we rip it to shreds, it won't do anything!
My goodness, well...
We should have gotten rid of this thing! We should have burned it at the first opportunity we got!
Alright, there we go.
I think...
I need to listen to that beautiful Irish accent.
You don't know what I've seen, Santos. There were children! Victims! All because they had no idea what this thing will do to them. Oh God, those poor souls! They were screaming and begging before she...
Then what about those people they mentioned in the news lately? All those who died? My coworkers? The open house clients? None of them had seen it. Even Rose. And yet they're all dead. I should know. That letter has been with me since I picked it up. And I swear I didn't make copies of this thing. Even if I wanted to save myself, I wouldn't do that to my friends. Or anyone.
And yet we're all here! Are you taking me for a fool, Lily?
I have to go with whiskey on this. Who knows how many has already seen this before you found it? This cursed thing has to go!
We would have ended up here either way. Maybe? I really don't know. Sir, please. All I know is that paper isn't the reason why all of this is happening. There's something else that...
This place.
Steele's been quiet this entire time, but the sound of him talking, however whispered it is, still manages to catch us all off guard. We all pause, turning to him with likely the same questions in our eyes.
What?
Oh, I just thought... I mean, it's a straight thought, don't take my word for it.
No! It might be something! What about this place, Zach? Maybe it's also the reason why Ash went here.
There's still a moment when he hesitates, but Lily's urging eventually spurs him into speaking.
I was just thinking, maybe Ash is right for why he went here. This is where Bella found that thing, right? And then this.
Regardless, Steele pauses, allows Lily to remember. Soon enough, whatever it is dawns on her, and her face lights up with something like hope? Of all things, in this nightmare, hope? Her head snaps up and she reaches for Steele's arm to give it a squeeze. A reassurance? Or a confirmation? The meaning is lost even to Daisy, who glances at them baffled.
Belle, what are you... Becca, it's this place. Think about it.
What? You mean, like, burn this place down?
I still think we should get rid of this letter before we start thinking of destroying a place with some historical value.
What? And no, we are not burning a multi-million-pound mansion, you peasants! I just spent a fortune on this!
Seriously, Luke, are you really more worried about that?
Buttercup, Marching, millions. It's going to take years getting all that money back.
Well, you certainly won't be getting any of that money if you're dead. Really, Luke? Is that more important than your life?
Bloody fucking hell! Not only do I have trespassers on my property, but they're also arsonists!
How dare they suggest something like that? Bloody peasants! My head's already aching just listening to them. To think this is all the solution they can come up with? I should have just stabbed all of them and made a run for it. It doesn't help that with each second we spend talking here, the crazier this whole place gets. Their voices have become louder, and somehow sounding more vicious. If the things in this room start floating, mark my words, I will fucking flip out. And they may not be thinking of it right now, but eventually, they'll turn on me. Such is the nature of humans. Better find a way out of this place as soon as possible if I want to stay alive. Fuck, I still have so much to do! None of our choices seem sound, but who knows? We don't understand a shite about this place. Might as well try everything, yeah? Whatever works. If I also have to be the one to make that bloody decision, so be it. Less room for errors with the only sane one doing the thinking. On the off chance I'm wrong, well, they suggested it. Alright, time to save again. Nice, we get to knock off 2 nodes. That's what you like to see. Alright, so we'll burn the mansion first, and then next time we can recover Ash's body, hopefully? By only burning the letter? I am going to regret this, I will. But with these cries growing louder, this has become the easiest decision I have ever made. I'm getting tired of hearing her sobbing, really. It's just irritating. Isn't she getting tired of it? Besides, someone has to act fast, think fast. And what else is the root cause of our problems but this place where the letter was found? No need to make things more complicated. It started here, why won't it end here? If what Lily has said is true, then there's all the more reason to destroy it. Put an end to this madness before someone thinks of putting this blasted place up in the market. When I get out of this place, I swear I'm suing a bunch of people. Run that estate company to the ground if need be. We spent millions, damn it! Millions! With a sigh and perhaps a heavy heart, I open one of the drawers in my study table, taking a bottle of liquor out for myself, then passing it on to every occupant in the room. They accept it, but not without a look of protest or a confused glance my way. It does shut them all up, so maybe I've done something good.
Luke, this isn't the time.
Even more when I pop the cork off the bottle and pour its contents on the floor.
Well, what are you simpletons waiting for?
We waste no time dousing the whole room, the smell of alcohol filling the air. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they're more than eager to set this whole place on fire. And the blaze catches easily in this room when I set it alight, using the blasted paper as kindling. With the whole place drenched with wine and all manner of things alcoholic I've been hiding from Hana, the small fire soon turns into an inferno. In a matter of seconds, we're out the door. Alright, so now I should be able to skip, thankfully.
Have you been hiding these from me all this time? How many of these are in this mansion?
It doesn't matter. It's all burning up anyway.
Only a few bottles in the bedroom, and the parlor, and the dining room.
Lucia, we are going to have a very long discussion about this drinking problem of yours.
That's funny that we're getting this combo. I love it.
And I'm telling your doctor.
Probably should.
Well, this isn't the time to discuss that.
Turns out it'll be useful now, Hana. Not to drown out my sorrows, but for this. Wonder of wonders. Though I suppose I can now say it has also saved my life. So there you go. Oh, right, I think usually Ash is there to be like, damn, right? How much alcohol do you have in here? Ooh, new Luke alternative ending. I will take it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Alright. In an investigation headed by the newly appointed Chief Inspector, Abigail Harris, all of Wright Enterprises' illegal business dealings within the past 10 years come to light. Alright, so Abigail's the Chief Inspector. Despite making the Ireland branch of her interior design company her focus now, Marianne continues to cater to her most avid patrons in Luxburn when requested. And after her work on the Ermengarde mansion, Hannah Evans has never trusted another to handle the design for any of the place she owns. Upon moving back to Evans' mansion after her divorce, Marianne's name is the first thing she calls, and the woman is quick to fly back to the city at the socialite's summons. Not only helping with the decorations of the old place, but also assisting with the renovations, much to Hannah's delight. Since then, the two women has kept a close friendship and business relationship. Often they can be seen going around town together when Marianne's in town, and the Evans heiress can be heard recommending the designer to her peers during parties. Some even may go as far as to say Hannah Evans has confided with Marianne McCullough during the tumultuous time of her divorce with Luke Wright. Interesting. So I wonder if I never got their friendship ending with a divorce with Luke before. Whatever the case is, one can't deny that both women have found a confidant in the other. Alright, alright, alright. Aww. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, that got me. Oh no. Why this time? How come you never visited his grave before when it was just you two? Wait. Oh man. Where's everybody else? Why is it just you? Although Isabella has already taken the first steps towards her dreams, she has never forgotten the sacrifice a beloved has made for her. The same one who has quietly encouraged her despite his careless words. Even after so many years, she remains a constant visitor where Ashton Frey lies. Sometimes staying for an entire day, simply speaking of the mundane, exchanging jibes with the man as if he is still there with her. The wounds are still fresh, She can never deny that. There will always be a part of her that will carry the grief of losing him, and another that left with him. But Isabella soldiers on with life instead of wallowing in her grief, knowing the detective will only tease her for sulking so long. She paints, and it is how she has chosen to remember him. Oh man, that got me super emotional at the end. What the heck? Where did that come from? Well, I guess I didn't need his body for the grave after all, but that's fine. What am I doing with my life? Yeah, let's, let's load. Did I not save? Oh my gosh, was I really so stupid? What did I do? Oh, I went through the journal like a doom cough. That's what I did. Ooh. If I press... No, it would just go to the epilogue, probably. I'm like, oh, if I press continue... I mean, I can try, but I don't think it will. It'll work. Yeah, no. It goes right to the end. Okay. Well, Doomcough is going to do some time traveling and, heal my wounds in the process a little bit, and I will bring you back in for burning the letter, and then we'll look at the gallery and the branching trees and all that stuff. So, yeah, professional here. I'm on it. See you guys in a second. Okay, time traveling accomplished. So, let's try the stance again, shall we? Let's burn the letter. And it's an easy decision to make, especially with these cries growing louder. I'm getting tired of it, really. I simply have to act fast, think fast, and what else is the root cause of our problems but that letter? No need to make things more complicated. It started from there, why won't it end there? If what Mint has said is true, then there's all the more reason to destroy it. Put an end to this madness before anyone can think of passing it on to someone else. Before the situation can stretch on far too long for my taste, I snatch the blasted paper away.
Give me that.
For a second, she appears offended until I take out Mum's lighter. The sight of it shuts them all up. But I have no need for their opinion. In the next moment, I'm already setting the letter on fire. Okay, so we should be able to skip. And then I'll stop once we're upstairs. There we go. Perfect. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. Now we have some nice calm wind in the background when we check through our branching tree. I'm going to save here just in case I really screwed something up. Okay, so there you guys go. We did it. Now we can see all the stuff we unlocked. And as I was going back through my time traveling escapades, I realized that the grave scene is because when it was just Isabella that survived, she went back home to the Philippines. And this time around, most of her friends were still alive, so she was able to follow her dreams and stay in Luxburn. And so has stayed faithful to Ash for years, which is very sad. Extremely sad. I was so unprepared for that. Okay. There's so many Luke variants of him staring out the window. Good grief. Okay. Isabella visits Ashton variant 1? Variant 1. There's a... Of course there's a... And that's good. I guess it is good that she's visiting him, but... Oof. What else? Okay, I think this was her father's grave. That's sad. Isabella's always visiting a grave. I did find it interesting that none of the other friends went to go visit him. Not even Zachary. Okay, so we got another Marianne and Hannah variant. That's good. I think that was all of... I think we got 2. Definitely didn't get any more... Romance is 100%. The only thing I've basically got 100%. Alright, well with that being said... So if I continue... Oh, you want to do it here, huh? Okay. That's fine. 36%. Okay, Ashton's didn't change. I just want to go to the end. That was basically the last thing that might have changed, if anything. And I guess it wasn't enough for a percentage anyway. Okay, went up there. Disarm. Missed most of the butterflies. Went down here. Huh, there's a lucky thing there. I wonder what that is. And another lucky thing. Okay. And then for Lukey Boy, that was enough to get a 36. I mean, I'll take an extra 2% from Luke, because his is gigantic. Like, super gigantic. Alright, probably burning the... Well, burning the mansion in the letter should have been earlier. Where did we dip? Where's my dip? Where's my chips and dip? Luke? Luke? Oh my god. Luke. Why do you have so many? You ever get that sinking feeling in your stomach? Yeah. There it is. Okay. At least we got whatever that was when we burned the mansion. There's like a whole down path of stuff. Didn't get touched. A couple nodes there. A couple of... Tasty. Good stuff. Alright, well... Goodbye, Ashton Frey. Alright, well, I mean... That was worth. We got a couple extra epilogue endings. One very sad one. Got an extra 2% on Luke's branching trees. So, you know, all in all, pretty good for a short episode of the letter. Even with my time-traveling hijinks because I forgot to save. Durr. But anyway, that is it for the solo death runs. Which is exciting news because next time I am going to be... I'll just show you, actually. Hold on, Bella. I'm going to make you go through this one more time. Because I forgot to show you. Next time, we are going to be going down this path for Bella. So instead of declining Becca's offer, I'm going to accept it. And for Hana, we are finally going to open the hatch. So that is going to be that. And that should go up here. So it might get to 100, or very close to 100 at least with Hana. I don't know, like, what this is. No idea. And Marianne will definitely be 100. Guaranteed. It's gotta happen. So yeah. That'll be our next run, finding out what those 2 extra paths are for both Hana and Bella. So hopefully I will see you there for that, guys. But for now, thank you for joining me. And until next time, I will see you later.